huge box from the jungle site. Make sure to get my money's worth for Prime. So, in the description, you already know what it is. That ain't no fair. So we got a gallon, I think it's a gallon, yes, a gallon. We have a gallon of 303 touchless sealant. What the hell is that? Well, actually what it is, it's kind of like a alternative to waxing your vehicle. So if you have a vehicle that has a pretty decent finish, where, you know, it's fairly new and you sort of wash it every once in a while, and, you know, you like to have that nice beading action, and without much work, this stuff is it. This stuff is literally wash your vehicle real good, spray this on, and rinse it off, and you're protected. It's actually a paint sealant and a clear coat sealant. I started using this stuff last year. Stuff is awesome. It's incredible, and it's so easy to do. Just like I said, wash your vehicle while it's still wet. You can buy this, you know, this is a refill. You can buy the pump up sprayer, the trigger sprayer. Spray down a section, rinse it off. Spray down the next section, rinse it off. Spray the top, rinse it off. Spray the glass, rinse it off. I mean, it's literally that simple, and it tells you exactly what to do. It says effective for use on paint, clear coat, gel coat, fiberglass, metals, and glass, up to 6 months of protection. So do this twice a year. It only takes minutes. It says directions: after washing your vehicle, boat, and while surface is still wet and out of direct sunlight, spray a small amount of product evenly across the surface, treating one section at a time. Only a light mist of product is needed. Immediately rinse it off. You'll see the water beading on the surface, meaning that it is now protected. Repeat the steps on all sections of the vehicle or boat, and then dry thoroughly with a waffle-leaf drying towel or microfiber towel. Make sure to rinse the product off each section of the vehicle boat thoroughly and immediately after applying the product. Do not let the product dry on the surface, as water spots may occur. Water spots and streaks can also occur if too much product is used and not rinsed off thoroughly. If water spots do occur, rinse surface thoroughly again and dry. So that is definitely true. So, you know, my mindset, which was a brain fart, to say, hey, I'll leave it on I'll spray the whole flipping vehicle and then rinse it off. That was a mistake. Don't do that, because you'll leave it's like a residue, and it takes literally a year for it to wear off. Even with heavy duty detergents and wax strippers and stuff like that, it takes a long time for this stuff to break down. So do what they say, spray a section and immediately rinse it off. So if you're too lazy or too busy to wax your vehicle, and yet you want to still protect it, because you do want to protect your finish of your automobile, because if you don't protect the paint or the clear coat, it can dry out, and then it cracks, and then it peels, and then it looks unsightly, and then you're driving around like you're in the ghetto. So don't do that. So you can save yourself a lot of time. You don't have to polish, you don't have to wax on, wax off. You can just literally wash your vehicle, spray this down, and rinse it off, and you're done. Simple as that. Next product. You need something to spray it with if you don't already have a sprayer. So last year when I bought this product, I bought it in just a spray bottle. So I had a little bit left, this year, and I used it up, but in typical fashion, just short of finishing the vehicle, the trigger, the whole nozzle decides to shoot right off, and you can't get it back on. So I had to scrounge for a sprayer and finish the job. So that sprayer went in recycling. So I needed more sprayers. Not that I have enough now, but they have something in them. And I'm kind of fond to a particular kind now. I'm kind of, you find something you like it and you want more. So I got these jobs. And I got 3 of them. Because that's how much I like these things. You can buy them in 3 packs. And these are, I would say, minimal effort sprayers. These are the types where you pump it up a couple of times and it keeps spraying for a couple of seconds. These are really, really handy and really are nice to have instead of having to squeeze. Because if you got to do a lot of squeezing for large areas, your fingers get tired. So, Okay, anything interesting on here? It says instructions. Pump the trigger twice to release a burst of fine mist. Pump the trigger a few times to get a continuous spray of 3 to 4 seconds at a time. So that's nice. So once you get the hang of these things, you can just, once you get it spraying, it's literally just a little squeeze every once in a while, and the thing keeps spraying until eventually you're out. So a nice alternative to the regular common household trigger sprayers and stuff like that. So eventually I'll be, next time I need this stuff, it'll be definitely going in these sprayers, or a sprayer I should say, because it doesn't take much. I mean, when they say literally a fine mist, you don't need a lot and you'll notice it. So these make a nice mist, so even a lot better than the trigger sprayer that they can sell you. And then the final product in the box is, of course, we never want to forget about the queen herself, the speed queen. So we always want to keep the queen happy and clean. So I got some more of this awesome Tide washing machine cleaner, because it does come in handy. So this is a package of 7, I believe, that I bought. So handy stuff to have. And it's single use and blah blah blah, and you keep it around and you put I seen one review or a comment on the Amazon jungle site saying that they only use like a couple of tablespoons. It's like, what are you doing? Of course, if he's using an HE machine, of course, a couple of granulars, that's all he needs for that piece of junk. Unlike the Queen, who uses a full tub of water, of actual water, so you definitely use a packet, per tub. And it's always nice to have a couple extra buckets and dump it in so you can get the water level a little higher. Because, you always get that little ring around the collar that soap scum and dirt and grime and stuff like that you never get off and stuff like that. So, good stuff to have. Make sure that, if you can take your center agitator pole apart, take it apart, especially on the Queen, because she has a deep cavity that can get full of grime and grunge and black nasty stuff that you want to clean out with a brush and stuff like that. Then I got another little box from Walmart. I didn't know what it was, so I already opened it, and it's nothing fancy or particular. It's a fabric dye, black, because I hate faded out black jeans. They look awful. So I dye my jeans, my 3 pairs of black jeans. I dyed them with the RIT, couple of weeks ago, and you know, probably by the end of the year I'll have to do it again. You know, because you try to wash them. It's the only thing I actually wash in cold water is my black jeans. So, you know, the color doesn't fade out too quickly. As for anything else, I don't care. Warm water, hot water, doesn't matter. So, normally it's about a little, you know, they got a formula and stuff like that. So, it's usually about a bottle to a bottle and a half per pair of jeans, and it depends on how big the jeans are. So they go by poundage. So my jeans are just a hair over a pound. So normally it would take about 5 bottles if you were to do it by the book, but 4 bottles is more than sufficient to dye 3 pairs of jeans in a washing machine. And yes, I dye my jeans in the Speed Clean, and I've had good success. So the only trick is, little tricks of the trade is, you need about a cup of salt, any kind of salt, table salt, rock salt, aquarium salt, whatever you got, and then like a teaspoon of dish soap. Run it through the Queen. Run it through 2 cycles where it sits and soaks for, I think, half an hour it does. Did that twice, then let it run through the rest of the wash, and another wash with the detergent, and rinse it out. And of course, you know, you'll have dye transfer for a little while and stuff like that. And then when you're done, you'll have to clean the Queen or any washing machine that you do a dye job in. So to clean up after a dye job, it's 2 cups of bleach if you got a real wash machine, and a packet of that. Fill it up with the hottest water you got. So, you know, go down to your basement or whatever and turn the water heater all the way up to the max. And that's what I did for dyeing too. Another tip to give you: hottest water you can get. So go down and visit your water heater and just crank it up. Just don't forget to turn it back so you don't scald yourself. Then you clean up, and you got brand new looking jeans until you need to do it again. So this video's been on and on for long enough with various products that I bought from the Jungle site. And even though I bought it through the Jungle site, came through Walmart, the dye. So 303 Touchless Sealant, I recommend it. You know, I'm not a automotive buff and stuff like that, but if you can get a nice protection and get that nice beading action for very little effort, then it's 100% worth it. Sprayer bottles, because you need to spray it somehow, and then these guys are a lot better than what you can buy what this company sells you. I mean, it's okay for a trigger. And then fabric dye. You know, so if you got faded out black jeans and want that brand new look, dye them and dye it in a wash machine so you don't have to fuss with it, but then you'll have to clean it. So make sure you got wash machine cleaner. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.